Imagine that you are death. You were born together with the first living being. Not earlier, no point, not later. You wouldn't make it. Exactly when something that could die appeared, you appeared too. The logistics are perfect. They gave you the scythe right away. This is not a metaphor, it's a real scythe. A working tool, handy, balanced, and it never gets dull. A good employer takes care of the tools. A hooded robe is also standard issue. Black is practical. It doesn't get dirty. The hood hides the face. This is important. There are questions about the face, but we will return to them. Your first client was a single-celled organism, the simplest one. It lived for some microseconds or minutes. For single-celled ones, time flows differently. You came, touched it with the scythe, and the client ceased to be. The work began. Since then, it has not stopped. 4 billion years, without days off, vacations, or sick leave. To whom would you explain that you feel bad? The schedule is tight. Now, let's look at the technical side. You are ubiquitous, not in the sense that you see everything, but in the sense that you can be everywhere simultaneously. There are many clients, very many, thousands every second. You reach every single one. This is not magic, it's just the contract terms. The scythe works automatically. No need to swing, aim, or chop. You just touch, and the connection between body and life breaks cleanly, quickly, and professionally. Does it hurt? You don't know. You've never died yourself. Clients don't complain. More accurately, they complain until the moment of touch. After that, silence. There is no feedback. You work blindly. For the first million years, it was just bacteria and single-celled organisms, monotonous and repetitive. You touch one, it dies. You touch another, it dies. Billions of identical clients. Work is work. You do it. Then multicellular life appeared. This was more interesting, a variety of forms. Every client is unique in its own way. Worms, fish, lizards, beasts. 300 million years ago, dinosaurs, big clients. It was pleasant to work with them. Lots of mass, but death is one. You touch once and it's done. Efficiency is high. 65 million years ago, the meteorite. All the work at once. Dinosaurs, pterosaurs, marine reptiles, and a bunch of small fry. A terrible rush. You rushed across the planet for weeks. Touching, touching, touching. Then a pause, a breather. Only rats and insects remained. Small stuff. Quiet work for several million years. 200,000 years ago, man appears. At first, like everyone else, another mammal species. They run, reproduce, die. Standard clients, nothing special. Then oddities start. They bury the dead. This is the first alarm bell. All other species leave the dead where they fell, or at best, eat them. This is logical. Why carry a corpse? But a human carries it, digs a hole, puts it there, and covers it. Sometimes they put things nearby. Food, weapons, jewelry. What for? The dead don't need things. The dead won't eat, fight, or dress up. You watch this with professional bewilderment. It's irrational behavior, but it's their business. Then they start drawing you. Now this is personal. First images, cave paintings. Primitive but recognizable. A figure with a scythe, sometimes with arrows, sometimes just a silhouette. Then more, frescoes, icons, paintings, statues. You're drawn everywhere, in temples, cemeteries, and books. Always the same. A black robe, a scythe, and a skull instead of a face. About the skull separately. You don't have a skull. You have no face at all in the human sense. You're an abstract concept in a form. A face is not required. Clients don't remember anyway. But people need an image. They don't perceive abstraction. They need something concrete. They invented a skull, logical in their coordinate system. Dead bones, skull, death. Everything fits. You don't mind. Let it be a skull. It doesn't hinder the work. The Middle Ages was your peak popularity. Plague, war, famine. The horsemen of the apocalypse. Actually 4. And the 4th one is you. So, 3 colleagues. 14th century. The Black Death. A third of Europe. 50 million people in 5 years. The workload was extreme. You managed. But for the first time in history, you wondered if you'd keep up. A scary thought for a professional. But you made it. All clients served, the schedule was met. After the plague, a breather. Europe's population recovered for 150 years. You worked in standard mode, wars, diseases, old age, accidents. People drew you more often. You are now a popular character, the dance of death. A cycle of engravings where you dance with different people. A king, a peasant, a monk, a child. You lead everyone away in turn democratically. The idea is correct. You're truly democratic. You touch a king, he dies. You touch a beggar, he dies. Identically, without privileges. This is the only truly fair system in human history. People realize it. They don't like it, but they realize it. Religions gave you various roles. Every religion gives you its place in the system, not the main one, but auxiliary. You don't make decisions on who dies. You are just technical personnel, a courier. In Christianity, you are a servant of God. You come when He decides, take the soul, and bring it to judgment. In Islam, it's the same. The angel of death, Azrael, is a colleague. He has his zone of responsibility, and you have yours. You rarely cross paths. In Buddhism, you're part of a cycle. Death is not the end, but a transition. A client dies, is reborn, then dies again. You come many times to the same client. A strange system, but stable. In Hinduism, you have a whole corporation, Yama, Kali, and many others. Everyone is busy, and you are on hand. To atheists, you are a biological process, the cessation of organic functioning without mysticism. You like that, honestly. It's straight to the point. Though for the clients, there is no difference. Process or character. The result is the same. You don't care what they call you. The work doesn't change. Suicide is a complex category. You don't come to suicides. They come themselves and do your work for you. You just record the result. This is wrong from a procedural standpoint. The client shouldn't do your work, but legally it counts. Death is death, no matter who the initiator is. It's the only case where a client manages the process. All others wait for you to arrive. These ones decide themselves. You respect them for their independence, though you don't approve methodologically. Executions, murders, wars. People help you work actively, systematically, and inventively. They've invented thousands of ways to kill each other. Swords, arrows, spears, then gunpowder, bullets, bombs, rockets. Every century brings new technologies. You arrive afterward and simply record the fact. They kill, you process. It's a convenient and effective cooperation. For you, the result matters, not the method. World War I, 20 million in 4 years. World War II, 70 million in 6 years. The atomic bomb in Hiroshima, 200,000 in a few seconds. You couldn't physically reach everyone individually. It was too fast and too many. You had to work together with colleagues, Azrael, Samael, and Yama. Together, you fulfilled the orders on time and in full. It was effective, but you didn't like it. You're used to working alone. But an order is an order, and deadlines are deadlines. People try to cheat you constantly and inventively. They look for elixirs of immortality, the philosopher's stone, fountains of youth, cryonics, gene therapy, or uploading consciousness to a computer. So far, it hasn't worked. You come to everyone without exception. The record for longevity is 122 years. Jean Calment, France, died in 1997. You arrived exactly when scheduled, neither earlier nor later. 122 years is a long time by human standards. But for you, it's a blink of an eye. You've seen trees that live 5,000 years, and turtles that live 300. You come for them too. Later, but you come. Everyone dies sooner or later. This is the only absolute rule that has worked without failure for 4 billion years. In the 21st century, technology and medicine have advanced. Hygiene, antibiotics, vaccines. Average life expectancy grew from 30 to 70. Are you happy for them? Seriously, the longer they live, the better the quality of the work. The elderly die more peacefully than infants. The statistics are better. Your management approves. At the same time, the number of clients has not decreased. The population grows faster than mortality falls. You are busy as always. 8 billion people, about 150,000 deaths a day. Plus animals, plants, insects, and bacteria, counting in the trillions. You reach everyone, as always, as expected. You're a professional, and hard work doesn't scare you. Everyone fears you. It's a fact. Even those who say they don't are afraid. They just don't admit it. They don't fear you personally. No one has seen or remembered you. They fear what you bring, the end, the unknown, the void. You can understand it, though you cannot help. You have no emotions toward clients, no pity, no joy, just work. But you register their fear. It is part of the process. If a client is afraid, it means they understand what is happening. This is even better than when they don't understand. Some beg, pray, or offer things. Money, service, their soul. You don't bargain. The contract terms are set before your arrival. You're only the executor. The decision is made by someone higher, either chance or the laws of physics. It doesn't matter. The result is the same. War, famine, disease, old age, accidents. These are not persons. They are methods and channels for your work. You arrive after they have done their part and record the result. It's a convenient system with a division of duties. Sometimes they miss. War didn't kill, famine didn't finish them, or disease receded. Then you wait. Sooner or later, another reason, or just old age will come. Old age doesn't miss. No one has escaped. The statistics are 100%. In 4 billion years, not a single client was lost, not a single one missed. That is professionalism. What will happen to you when the last living organism dies? You don't know. The contract doesn't specify. There is no such clause at all. This might imply that the work will always exist, but it's not certain. Perhaps you will disappear. Perhaps you will remain waiting for the next life if it appears somewhere else, in another galaxy. Perhaps you will just continue to exist in the void, alone. This doesn't bother you. Worry requires emotions, and you have none. If there is work, you do it. If there is no work, you don't. Logical. For now, there is work, a lot of work, and you do it well. Let's summarize the figures. You have existed for 4 billion years. Your age is roughly equal to the age of life on Earth. This is not a coincidence. It is impossible to count the clients served. Trillions of trillions. Every bacterium, every insect, every animal, every human. Everything that lived, died. Everything that died went through you. There hasn't been a single day off. The work has been continuous since the foundation. No stops. There are no unions. There's no one to complain to. Zero mistakes made. Every client served exactly on time, neither earlier nor later. This is 100% accuracy. It's not a merit. It's the contract terms and your professionalism. There have been billions of complaints from clients. Every second client complains about an early arrival. They always want it later. You don't take complaints into account. You don't make the decision. Gratitude from clients is rare, only a few cases. It happens when relief is greater than fear. Then you are seen as an escape or deliverance. They even say thank you. It's pleasant, though it doesn't affect the work. There are thousands of images in art, paintings, engravings, sculptures, films, books. You are a cultural phenomenon. The only worker in the funeral industry more popular than the clients. You haven't changed the scythe even once. It's the original one issued at hiring. Excellent quality. Never gets dull, never breaks, and requires no maintenance. When a tool is good, you don't change it. Besides, you have no time to change it. You are constantly in a rush, and you still have plenty of work ahead. Subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what you think about this. Well, we don't say goodbye.